Here we go. Hef 520. Don't really like this guy, but anyways, we're gonna watch him crash, possibly, or we're gonna have a close call. Oh, there it is, a high side. Come on, Hef. This is an old one. This is old. Don't accelerate super hard when you're in the middle of a turn from a stop. Here we go. So Bert McGirt. Here we go. We got signage right there, so we got a little squiggle line right here. Let's not use the whole thing as a track, because now you're not set up for this turn. And now we're gonna go off the road, and then did pretty good. Going a little too fast. Not enough time to react. The rider in this video crashed into a stationary vehicle while traveling at extreme speed. He only survived due to people at the scene who saved his life, the people he had put at risk with his dangerous riding. These strangers called an ambulance and received instructions over the phone on how to resuscitate him, because he's probably dead. The rider was in a coma for 2 months. He now has a permanent brain injury. He is unable to communicate clearly and has 2 full-time carers, and he will require the assistance of his family for the rest of his life. His decision to ride at extreme speed did not just impact him, it impacted the lives of those strangers who kept him alive on the road and forever changed the lives of his family. All right. This is the reality of motorcycle riding here. You can easily die. Easily. If you're going to be hauling ass at 100+ miles an hour in traffic like this and hitting a stationary vehicle, it doesn't matter what kind of gear you have. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. These people that stopped to help them out, they only were able to do that with the assistance of 911. So these people rescued this rider. They remained calm. Look, it says call 911. They at least did that. They're going to ensure their own safety. They don't want to get hit by anything. And if they had to, stop major bleeds. But more than likely, his heart just pretty much stopped. So they're having to keep him alive. So he probably has brain damage because of lack of oxygen, possibly just straight up damaging the brain itself by hitting something. He's got a TBI. If you guys don't know what a TBI is, let's go ahead and get that on the board. There we go. TBI is a form of acquired brain injury. It occurs when a sudden trauma causes damage to the brain. TBI can result when a head suddenly and violently hits an object, or when an object pierces the skull and enters brain tissue. So the object that pierces his skull could literally be his skull. Yeah. So grab yourself as a rescue kit. If you had any major bleeds, you could at least do that. Not much you could do with this one, because that's really his own fault. We have right there head injury symptoms, so disoriented, nausea, vomiting, vision impairment, loss of balance, and or persistent headache. That's for a mild concussion. This right here, what he's doing, he literally reset his brain to almost nothing. So let's watch it one more time. Can't be doing that, everybody. That's why we have the Smart Rider basic training. We need to be focused on being a smart rider. I talk about how your actions will change the lives of your family and those around you in the very first lesson of the Smart Rider basic training. Get it? It's only $4.99. This right here is absolutely preventable. This is preventable. That's the problem I have with this. All right, Frank says a lot. All right, here we go. Going through here, not paying attention.
What are you doing?
Not paying attention. Now you're gonna hurt her arm. Oh, that's a no bueno situation here. Yeah, she wasn't paying attention. Just because you got hurt, but maybe you should have been paying attention. Here we go. K Wolfza going through here. We're shooting in like 10 frames per second, going a little wide. Don't know how to turn, but he found an escape path. Very good. Found the escape path. That's all you need to do. Get yourself out of there. Moving on. So we're going to get through this intersection. We're moving through here. Should be orange stage. We're turning. Oh, there's the rev bomb. Is the rev bomb going to help you out in this situation? No, it's not. So we need to find ourselves an escape path. And what that can be doing is accelerating out of there and moving, or stopping as soon as you see it. So let's take a look one more time. That person's not slowing down. Okay, accelerate or brake right now. You're not in the path of travel, so we need to do something. This is a red stage maneuver. We need to do something. We need to accelerate through to an escape path or apply progressive brake pressure to stop right here. We can't be just doing this. Look at that. We just moved into the path of travel. We pulled in the clutch. We couldn't even accelerate out if we wanted to. We're just literally coasting slow speed right in front of them. What is a rev bomb going to do something? What? Pause the music. What is a rev bomb gonna do in this situation? Let's hear. Let's think about this. Write it in the comments. Like, just what's the intended effect? So if we rev bombed them, okay, we grabbed their attention. Now what are they gonna do? They're gonna swerve just like this and still hit you. Or are they gonna slam the brakes? No, they don't have enough total stopping distance. They're still gonna hit you. So what is rev bombing gonna do? What is your intended effect? How are you going to affect them? Huh? Yeah, you can't. There's nothing you could do. You need to get yourself out of there. You need to accelerate through there, get yourself into an escape path, or stop before you got into their path of travel. You need to do something for yourself. So if you're gonna go over here and complain to this person, like, what are you doing? It's like, what are you doing? You're the motorcycle rider. You're taking the risk. You're on the road too. What are you doing? Come on.
What were you thinking?
Come on.
The robot was rigged for you. It was rigged.
All right, a little bit of wheelie, nobody moto. Here we go. It's a big open area. Honestly, I don't care if you do this as long as you don't harm anybody else. Now it's not an open area because you're going that fast. Not very smart. I liked you earlier. Not anymore. Here, Muddy Boy, here we go. Going through here. Gonna we jump it? Yeah. Oh, chest and neck. You can easily crush your larynx on something like this. Oh, if you do that, you're dead. Frederick Kieber. Oh, uncommon thing in a common situation. Great job on the escape path. Planned his ride. He saw it. He located it and moved on. What are you doing there, mister? All right, so we're going down this area. It looks pretty clear. We don't have any sides of the vehicles yet. Well, now we do. So we know for a fact this is an intersection now. We're going to be in orange stage. We're prepped and ready. If you don't know what it is, here it is on the wall right over there. I put it up on the screen for a little bit, but it's on the wall. We need to be paying attention, covering our brakes, looking for escape paths. This is when we start planning our ride a little bit. So we're positioning ourselves for safety. I like to go ahead and do a little bit of presentation, move a little bit. We're going to locate that hazard and hopefully just adapt. So this person, uncommon thing in a common situation. We have an escape path to the left and escape path to the right. I'm pretty sure he chose the right because he's assuming this vehicle is going to go back into their lane or the lane that they're supposed to go into. So he did do something, and that's the most important thing in a red stage maneuver. You have to do something. If you don't do anything, you're still going to be in a crappy situation. You're probably going to crash anyways. So doing something, whether it's right or wrong, is the best thing or the worst thing or the second best, whatever it is, plan C versus plan A, it doesn't really matter. You got to do something. If you don't, you're going to be in a brown stage. Okay, you're going to just be panicked. A complete breakdown of mental and physical performance. Just boom, nothing. You're going to screw up. Panic break, or you're going to just go straight into it because you target fixated. So the fact that he went over here and escaped, got himself out of that situation, is exactly what you should be doing. I don't know what this is all about, but you need to be doing that. You need to get yourself out of there. So good job on the escape path. Found it. We talk about this in Unit 1 of the Smart Rider Basic Training. Go way into more detail over there in our class lecture. Check it out. It's only $4.99. Join up today.